continued slaughter. At 12:33, Roberts reissued the abandoned ship order. The men had little time to depart the sinking ship. Already they could hear grinding sounds emitting from below as large items shuffled from spot to spot. In an orderly procession, men filed toward the edge of the ship and plunged to the waters below. Japanese destroyers added to their miseries by spraying the decks and ropes with machine gun fire, until a handful of Americans began firing back. These few men remained at their guns while the other crew members scrambled toward the water, keeping the enemy destroyers at bay long enough for their mates to leave the ship. This unselfish act of heroism, however, doomed the unknown Americans to their deaths as they went down with the cruiser. Lieutenant Junior Grade H.S. Hamlin slid down the bow portion into the water because the ship listed so badly. When he reached the waterline, he found to his stunned surprise and relief that he would not have to jump a long distance to the water. He stood on the ship's bottom. As historian Dan Vandervaart recounted from Hamlin years later, "As I walked down the ship's bottom toward the keel, I found myself rising out of the water to get over the bulge that the Houston's bow had. I hit the water on the other side of that bulge and gave the best imitation of a torpedo that I could, trying to get away from the suction." Hamlin swam as fast as he could from the ship, and when he reached a few hundred feet, he turned for a final glimpse of what had been his home for such a tumultuous period. The sight almost overwhelmed him. Instead of a once proud vessel, the ship had been transformed into a mangled, dying hulk. Hundreds of bullet and shell holes punctured the Houston sides and hull. The guns, previously capable of launching deadly missiles a great distance, now rested at twisted, silent angles, pointing in every direction. I couldn't help think what she looked like when I first joined her, when she was the president's yacht. She shone from end to end. I think I will always remember that last look, though, and as I watched her, she just lay down to die. She just rolled over on her side, and the fire went out with a big hiss. Winslow felt as if he were amidst a surreal setting. For illumination from the Japanese ships